Welcome to my channel, The World Coin. Hello and welcome, coin lovers. This channel is dedicated to the fascinating world of coins from every corner of the globe. From ancient currency to modern mints, rare finds to everyday coins, we explore their history, design, and hidden stories. So subscribe now and join our growing community of coin collectors, history enthusiasts, and curious minds. Here coins top 10 new pence. So let's get started. The 1968 10 new pence coin is one of the most historically important coins in modern British numismatics because it was not only among the first decimal coins issued in the United Kingdom but also represented the nation's gradual farewell to a centuries-old currency system. To truly understand the importance of the 1968 10p, one must first consider Britain's monetary structure before decimalisation. The pre-1971 currency was based on pounds, shillings, and pence, with 12 pence in a shilling and 20 shillings in a pound, making a total of 240 old pennies in a pound. This system had been in place for hundreds of years and, while deeply ingrained in British life, was complex for modern commerce and awkward for quick mental arithmetic. By the 1960s, the United Kingdom recognized the need to modernize its currency system in line with many other countries that had long since adopted decimal currency. After much discussion and political debate, it was decided that the pound sterling would remain the base unit of currency but would now be divided into 100 new pence, rather than 240 old pence, with the official changeover set for the 15th of February 1971, famously called Decimal Day. However, the government understood that a sudden change would cause confusion, so in April 1968, 3 years before Decimal Day, the Royal Mint released the first decimal coins, the 5 new pence and 10 new pence, into circulation. These coins were introduced early to allow the public to become familiar with them before the complete overhaul of the system. The 10 new pence coin, with a face value equivalent to 2 shillings, was deliberately made the same size, weight, and metal composition as the existing florin so that both coins could circulate together interchangeably during the transition period. The obverse design of the 1968 10 new pence featured the second definitive portrait of Queen Elizabeth II, created by sculptor Arnold Machin OBE, which was first introduced on UK coins in 1968. This portrait depicted the young queen wearing the elegant Girls of Great Britain and Ireland tiara, a wedding gift from Queen Mary in 1947, with her hair swept back, giving a dignified yet approachable image. Around the portrait ran the Latin inscription, Elizabeth II DG Reg FD 1968, which stands for Elizabeth II Dei Gratia Regina Fidei Defensor, translating to Elizabeth II, by the grace of God, Queen, Defender of the Faith. The Machin portrait was significant because it replaced the more formal Mary Gillick portrait used since 1953, offering a more contemporary and refined image for the new era of decimal currency. The reverse design of the coin was created by Christopher Ironside, a respected coin designer whose work for the decimal series became instantly recognizable. The design showed a crowned lion passant guardant, a heraldic lion walking with its head turned to face the observer, representing England. Above the lion, the inscription read, New Pence, and below was the denomination, 10. The crown depicted above the lion was St. Edward's crown, the coronation crown traditionally used for British monarchs. This combination of heraldic imagery and royal symbolism made the reverse design both patriotic and timeless, and it remained unchanged on the large 10p coins until the size reduction in 1992. In terms of physical specifications, the 1968 10 new pence was a large coin. It measured 28.50 millimeters in diameter, weighed 11.31 grams, and was struck in cupronickel alloy, composed of 75% copper and 25% nickel. It had a milled reeded edge, which both improved grip and helped deter clipping or shaving of the coin's metal. Because it was identical to the florin, the 1968 10p could be easily used in machines calibrated for the older coin, which was a deliberate choice to ensure a smooth transition. The mintage for the 1968 10 new pence was very high. Around 336,143,000 coins were struck for general circulation, as the government needed them in great quantity to prepare for the upcoming decimalisation. Additionally, special proof versions were produced for collectors in the 1968 proof sets. These early decimal coins entered circulation in April 1968, and people quickly became accustomed to using them alongside old pre-decimal coins. From 1968 until Decimal Day in 1971, price tags often showed both old and new values, such as 2s or 10p, to help the public adapt. The cultural significance of the 1968 10 new pence cannot be overstated. It represented a key moment in the UK's economic history, the gradual replacement of a currency system that dated back to medieval England with a more efficient, modern decimal structure. For many older Britons, it symbolized the end of an era, while for younger generations, it was part of an exciting modernization movement of the late 1960s. It also marked the beginning of a closer alignment with international trade systems, since most countries had already moved to decimal currency. In collecting terms, the 1968 10 new pence is not a rare coin due to its massive mintage, but it remains popular with collectors who focus on decimal transition pieces or who collect year sets. In circulated condition, its value is generally modest, often between 10 pence and 50 pence, but in uncirculated or proof condition, it can fetch £1, £3 or more, with top-grade examples and original Royal Mint packaging being most desirable. The coin continued to circulate until 1992, when the UK government replaced it with a smaller, lighter 10p to make coins more convenient for everyday use. The large 10p was demonetized on the 30th of September 1992, though many examples remain in private collections or are kept as nostalgic keepsakes. Thus, the 1968 10 new pence coin stands as a fascinating artifact of British monetary history, a coin that was both old and new at the same time, carrying the weight of tradition in its design while heralding a future of simplified currency. It is remembered not just for its large size and bold heraldic lion but also for its role as a bridge between the past and the modern decimal age. So please don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. A new coin story awaits you every next day.